Ring, ring.
Hello? Hello?
Hi, this is Claire from Georgina Crisis Helpline. How can I help you today? How can I be
Um,
there for you today?
I don't know. I feel I'm really depressed, and I think I've been depressed for a while. I went to the doctor, and but she sort of said, get over it, kind of thing. You look at your life, and everything's good, and
Don't talk so much. I have to ask you questions.
so
It
I'm,
was really sad.
I can't get out of bed in the morning. And I can't go to work. I'm having trouble going to work. And so I might lose my job because I'm absent and I don't really have a good reason to be absent. And so I can't afford to lose my job because I'm a single mum and stuff.
Thank you for sharing that. Can I ask what your first name is?
Susan.
Okay. I just want to quickly let you know, Susan, that there is a confidentiality agreement that I have to let you know about. It is to involve the fact that you are safe with everything that you talked to me about today on this phone call. There are some limits, though, that I have to let you know that I will have to breach the agreement. If there is any risk of suicide, self-harm, harming others, I will have to notify the authorities. This is for your own safety and so that we can get you the help that you, the help and the guidance that you might need. But my main concern right now is just about your safety. Tell me what you are feeling at this moment exactly.
Um,
Right now on the phone call with me, what are you feeling?
well, not bad because I'm talking to somebody, but a bit, I'm fed up. But it's better because I'm expressing myself to you, talking a little bit to you. So
And
that ha-
it feels nice to be able to reach out, and I'm glad that you did. Sometimes we just need to vent a little bit in order to feel that someone's listening, and I want you to know that that we are here and we are listening to you. Um, be manic. Be manic, really crying, sobbing.
but it's well, you say that, but it's like I don't know. It's just I, I'm really scared I'm gonna lose my job because I can't get out of bed and I'm depressed. And I went to the doctor and she didn't do anything. She said I'd get over it, but I'm really scared if I lose my job, I'm gonna eat so much. I'm gonna be in shit because
And what's bringing on these feelings? What's making you feel that you can't come get out of bed, or you don't feel like you can go to work?
I don't know. Really, just life. I don't know. I'm a single mom, and you know I've been drinking, and I think I'm drinking too much, and um and I think I'm drinking to cope with what's going on. And I know I don't think that's good for me to drink, but it makes me feel better. And then I do stupid things when I drink, and I get really angry when I drink, and I'm mad at my life and what's going on around me. And I feel helpless. I feel like I'm not getting anywhere and that I'm stuck and it's scaring me that I can't get out of this.
So
Okay.
Susan, that's very good that you're acknowledging that you are feeling that you might be in a place of crisis where um, we're using such as coping mechanisms, and um, that's a huge like it's a huge accomplishment that you've called in and you've acknowledged it, and you're making the steps to reach out and to try to get some guidance or support that you need. Have you been drinking at all before today, this phone call, before you made this phone call?
Yeah.
Would
Yeah,
you say you're a bit drunk right now?
probably.
Okay. Thanks for
Probably.
sharing that. I really appreciate you sharing this. It shows your vulnerable side, which is a huge strength that you should be very proud of. Again, I want to reiterate that you are completely safe with me, and anything that you say is in our confidence.
It won't go back to my work, will it?
No, not at all. Not at all. You're safe here. I just want to mention, if you could take just a deep breath for me, Susan. So, how long have you been drinking like this for?
Quite a long time. Quite a long time. Not drinking maybe like this, but drinking for a long time. I started when I was young, teenager, with my friends, and we, used to go out to the pub and drink, and then I got a job where I was working with alcohol. I was a server in a bar, and and I was good at it, but I was drinking then, but it didn't seem to be a problem. But as I've got older, it's become more of a problem to deal with. Some things that are, I guess, things that have come out as you get older, and things that have happened in your life. I'm divorced, and that's hard. Being divorced at my age.
Okay. So you've expressed that you're divorced and that you used to work in a bar, and so you've shared some really intimate, private details with me, and I just want to thank you for that. Is there any? I had a whole train of thought going, and I'm just trying to remember it. I want to try to dig back. When was the divorce? Was it recent?
2014.
Okay. And did you find that has put you in the position of depression, of feeling low? Are there other elements that might make you feel this way right now?
Um, well, I'm, getting older, and I don't want to be alone, and I want a good job, and I want a future in my life, and
And those are all goals that you can obtain. Do you think there are realistic goals that you can reach for?
yes, I think so. But I got to get out of bed, haven't I?
I think that's
And so I just can't get out of bed sometimes. I just getting out. You lie in bed and I think I've got to get out. I've got to get out, and I've got to get up, and I can't. I can't get out of bed, and I think I got to. It's just really hard, and then I feel, and then I order some booze and drink, and I can't afford it. I don't have any money really to, if I don't go to work and I don't have any money, then how can I drink?
So it seems that, Susan, you're kind of in a vicious cycle right now.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah,
So
I can see that.
I can hear that in your voice, and I can hear the strength of you reaching out again and acknowledging that you are in crisis. Have you been able to speak to any of your family about this?
Yes. Yeah, my mum is really good. My mum is really supportive and helpful, and she wants to help me. But I can't rely on my family all the time, right? I've got to do some of it myself. Right.
And do you live close to your family?
Not as close as I'd like to be. I want to be really close, but And I don't have a car, so I can't see them as often as I would like. So
And Susan, are you alone at home right now?
I have a cat,
Oh, you have a cat. What's your cat's name?
Niles.
Oh, I do love that name.
But I am a single mum,
You
like
are
I
a single
say,
mom.
and my mum is looking after that my little girl at the moment because I'm just having trouble coping. So
And
she's looking after her.
and how old's your daughter?
And she's only 2.
So you're all alone. I'm just gonna read back kind of what you've given me, and we can kind of go through step by step of what we want to achieve and what else we can discuss and help guide you. Okay, does that sound like something?
Yeah, that's really good. If just nice talking to someone and listening to me.
And have you, sorry to ask, have you reached out to doctors and
I did, yeah. I
and do you
did
have
go.
any other resources that you are accessible to?
No.
No. Okay. Thanks for sharing that part. I know it can be a hard, even just to admit that you're feeling this way and reach out and become vulnerable. So again, it's very strong, and I hear that you're feeling depressed, and I hear that you are coping with alcohol. I hear that you're alone, and are you laughing? Oh, and we are going to we're going to work together on this phone call, and we're going to make sure that you have some steps that you can take, and you also will have me to call anytime. We're a 24/7 helpline, as well as
Will it be always you I can talk to, though?
unfortunately we can't do that. And I understand, but I have a fantastic team here that all have the same goal and all have the same purpose, and that's to be there for people that feel the same way as you do, because you have to understand that you're not alone. You're not.
I'm scared I'm going to do something to myself. I'm scared that,
Have you hurt yourself prior to this?
yeah.
And have you been in hospital for hurting yourself?
I have, yeah. I have.
And how does that make you feel after you've hurt yourself?
Not good.
Not good.
No, it doesn't do anything.
Have you had the intention when you were hurting yourself before? Have you had the intention to commit suicide?
No. Just
No.
I do it to another thing I do to myself. Like drinking, I guess. But
Would you say it makes you feel better?
yeah, somehow or other it does.
Sometimes we do these things to gain a little bit of control.
Okay.
So if you're, because you're alone and you're feeling a little lost right now. So sometimes when we try to gain control, we unfortunately go to negative ways.
We do? Really?
Sometimes. And when you are in the hospital, do they give you references and resources? And
They do. I've had, but it's sort of, if they sometimes send me home with stuff, and I have sometimes been given things enough, and maybe my problem, sometimes I don't follow through on things that I should,
That's okay. It's just one step at a time, right, Susan? And where are you feeling right now at this phone call from a level of 1 to 10? What are you feeling? 1 being the lowest and 10 being the highest.
Probably 5.
5 is good.
I feel a bit better having shared.
And you were saying earlier that you were worried about doing something harmful. Do you have any thoughts of suicide? Oh my God. Okay, keep going.
Um, that's just the furnace coming on.
Okay, keep going.
Um, do I have thoughts of suicide? I don't think so, but they might be connected. I don't know. Maybe they are.
Do you have any plans made? Are there any steps that you have thought about into taking your own life?
No, don't think so. No. Drinking perhaps makes me do it. Drinking is perhaps a huge part in doing things to your mind, so you start thinking about.
So your drinking is intensifying your feelings.
Yeah, that's what it does. Intensifies the anger or the depression or the crying or those kind of things, it.
So in a sense, you're trying to gain control, and then unfortunately losing a little bit of that control because you're over drinking. And you acknowledging that again is so strong, and you do know that you're worth it. And there's lots of people that feel the same way and that are going through similar situations. So you're definitely not alone. Do you know that, Susan?
Yeah, I guess so. I feel pretty alone sometimes, though.
And whenever you're feeling that, you can call us whenever you want. I know sometimes you don't want to allow yourself to reach out because you think it's a sign of weakness, but you have to, I don't want to say have to, but
I should
try your best to reach out to us whenever you can.
I want to get help. I want to get help. So I don't want to do anything, and that's why I'm calling. I don't want to lie in bed, and I don't want to lose my job, and I want to get my little girl back and things like that.
And we can definitely.
I don't want to be like this.
Yeah, we can definitely work on that, and you understanding that you don't want to do this anymore is the first step. And we're here to give you any resources you might need. We can make a plan of steps that we can do, and realistic plans, because we have to go one day at a time. And so you need to give yourself a lot of credit right now because of the strength that it took for you to make this phone call. And you're not going to struggle in silence anymore.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask you one more time just to take a deep breath.
Even that helps. Thank you.
Breathing is surprisingly helpful.
Mm.
Everyone sort of wants to say that it doesn't, but it really does. And now, Susan, where do you work?
Do I have to tell you? Well, I just work in a.
No, you don't have to tell me.
I just work in a grocery store.
And how do you have friends at the grocery store?
Not my age. I'd like a few friends that were more my age, Like, there are a lot of young kids there, and I want some.
You would like some more people around your age that you can connect with.
Right, that I can
that
connect
makes sense.
to.
That makes sense.
And I'm a mum, so I'd like to connect with some mums,
Well, that's something I can help you out with as well. A great thing about calling us is we have lots and lots of resources, and maybe more directed, very specific to some of the help that you would like. And don't get me wrong, I keep saying help, but it's more of a guidance for you,
Okay.
because you're going to do this with guidance. You're going to help yourself.
Okay.
Okay, and we're going to just kind of guide you through it. And so you're alone right now. Is there somewhere that you can go for the night? Are you feeling safe at home right now by yourself?
I think so.
And you're feeling safe enough?
Yeah, I have my cat.
You have your cat,
Yeah, I think so. Talking.
and your cat gives you purpose,
Yeah. I don't want to leave my cat.
and your daughter gives you purpose.
Yeah.
So you do have purpose. You're not doing this for nothing. You're doing it for yourself. You're for your daughter, for your cat. These are all important connections that you have, and that will drive you to get back that feeling of happiness and
Mm.
not feeling alone.
Mm.
And so you're feeling safe, which is very good, and I enjoy hearing that. And are you would you think that we could set up a plan for yourself in the next, for just tomorrow? Would you be able to give me your email address? Again, everything's confidential.
Yeah.
Okay, so your email address is
BSUJ
yeah.
72
Okay,
at gmail.com.
perfect. So, Susan, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a list of
I like you
resources.
calling me Susan.
You like me calling you Susan?
Yeah. My mum calls me Susan.
Oh, your mom calls you Susan.
Yeah. Anyway, carry on. Sorry.
No, don't apologize.
So
Your mom had a big connection with you.
My mum has a. I'm very connected to my mum. Yeah.
Right. What about your father?
He's not around anymore. My dad isn't around.
And when did he pass?
Oh, he left.
He's
He
left.
just walked out
Oh
on my
shit!
mum.
I didn't mean to say pass. And sorry. Why is your father no longer in your life?
He walked out on my mum.
He walked out on Mumsy.
Yeah. You know,
So
I don't have a very good feeling towards men, actually.
okay.
I don't think they're.
But you have your mom,
But yeah, mum.
and you have a very strong relationship there with her.
I do.
And I feel and hear it in your voice that maybe we should make a plan to make more connection with her.
Okay.
And try to figure out some ways that you can make a plan with her on spending more time together.
Okay.
It might help, because we don't want you to be alone.
No, I don't want to be alone.
And are you taking anything for your depression?
No, because the doctor said I'd get out of it. I just pull myself out of it.
So there's no medical history there that
No.
We might need to put in your log. Okay, so Susan, again, which I'm gonna let you know, I've got your email. I'm gonna be sending you some resources.
Okay.
Just to start. Nothing overwhelming. Just something that you can maybe address. In the fact of, let's start with little things,
Okay.
and then we can continue on there. You can continue on. We're always here. Don't feel obligated to have to call me. It's, your choice. You're in control of that. But I will email you so that you'll always kind of have it in the background for yourself. And when you're ready, you can use them at your disposal. I'm also wanting to say, like, what's your plan for tonight? Are you going to drink any more tonight?
No.
If you are, are you okay with calling us back?
Yes.
And then we can, are you feeling Are you feeling extremely emotional right now? Have
Not
you?
not not like I did when I called you.
Yeah, a
I'm
little bit of a
better.
manic, right?
I'm
Manic state.
better than when I was. That's why I called you, because I was feeling really bad and
I'm so happy
feeling
you
really
did.
bad.
I'm so happy you did.
Yeah.
So for tonight, we're gonna try our best to stop drinking,
Yeah.
and I want you to tonight write down a good value that you have in yourself, something
Okay.
that you value, and write it down, and cuddle up with Niles, and try to get a good sleep. So
Okay.
if you want, call us back tomorrow and we can continue from there. But you have
Okay.
made the first step, and you
Okay.
will get through this.
Okay.
It just takes some time. And like I said, one day at a time. I'm so happy that you've called and that I was able to help you through those high emotions. I'm happy that you've acknowledged that the drinking is a way of coping. I'm happy to hear that you don't want to commit suicide. I am, however, worried about your harming yourself. So I would suggest that we. Have you hurt yourself today?
No.
Okay. So I would suggest that we make a plan to call your doctor, where we can,
Okay.
and you can write down a list of questions that you can ask your doctor to get more of more designed plan for yourself
Right.
with your mental health. And then when you start establishing some of your mental health and focus on that and take care and do a lot of self-care to manage that, then you can take the next steps to
Okay.
doing whatever you feel might help you.
Okay.
And again, connecting with your mom, connecting with your cat, and do lots of self-care. We need a lot of self-care right now, Susan.
Okay.
Are you gonna feel okay to do that?
Yeah. I think that's it. I don't think about self-care. I like you think about your children and your job and all those things, but looking after yourself, you just don't do it, do you? You
No.
know, we're terrible about women, I guess, too. You know.
We tend to forget about ourselves,
Right.
and that's going to be your number one priority once we are finished our conversation. It's going to be a lot of self-care.
Okay.
You have to take care of number one, and number one is you right now.
Okay.
Do you feel that you're number one right now, Susan?
I could.
You can get there.
I can get there. At the moment, I don't feel that.
At the
I
moment.
can. I can. I get. Yeah. Some help.
Yeah. Reaching out is one of the hardest things. So again, the strength that you've brought to making the phone call, you should be very, very proud of yourself.
Thank you.
I am.
Thank you.
Is there anything else that I could be here for hours?
No, that's okay.
And you feel safe and calm.
Yeah, I feel better.
Remember to keep breathing. I know you said that you think that it doesn't work, but it does.
Okay, I'll keep remembering that, to breathe.
And when we feel sad, I'm going to ask that you try to remember the important values in your life and yourself and how important you are.
Okay.
Okay, so I have your email here, Susan. Would you give me your last name?
Okay.
Everything's confidential. Do you feel safe in giving your last name?
Johnson.
Johnson. It's just so I can make a little bit of some notes and set you up with a little profile. I don't need any more information.
Okay.
It's just so if you do call, we can add and create yourself a little folder and be sure.
Am I allowed to ask your name?
Yes, it is Francine.
Oh, Francine, I love that name.
How you like that name?
Oh, it's so pretty.
Oh, thank you.
Mm.
Thanks for calling, Susan. I'm happy that I picked up the call.
Well, thanks for talking to me. I
And
appreciate it.
We've made a profile, like I said, and as I
feel
said
better.
before,
I feel better.
you
Thank
feel better. I'm so happy to hear that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Susan, remember, we are 24/7.
Okay.
You can call us whenever you want. We also have a withdrawal management. Not to say that you would go through withdrawal. It is more of an emergency. You can come in, and if you feel over the top with
Oh, really?
alcohol,
Oh, okay.
That's 24/7 as well, and you can come in and we work with you face to face instead of on a phone call.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I will send you all of that information within the email.
Okay.
Okay. And again, if there's anything that you want to call us for again tonight, we're here.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Thank
Okay.
you so much for calling, Susan.
Okay. All
And
right.
remember, self-care.
Okay.
Okay.
Good night. Then.
Good night.
Good night.